The current leader has surprised analysts and pollsters. Many voters seem to find it difficult to revive first-round enthusiasm ahead of a second presidential election. Many voters see President Recep Tayyip Erdogan as the likely winner, while he is seeking to extend his 20-year stay in power by another 5 years. Erdogan surprised pollsters and commentators on the 14th of May when he beat his two rivals and was close to breaking the 50% barrier to win the first round. He now faces a second-place candidate, the leader of the opposition, who, according to the latest counts, won around 45% of the vote against Erdogan's 49%. This is only the third time Turks have voted directly for their president. Erdogan won the previous election in the first round. Most opinion polls predicted that the opposition would come out on top in the initial vote, with some even suggesting outright victory. And the opposition's confident statements reflected this expected result. Many opposition supporters now feel devastated after their hopes of removing Erdogan from power collapsed. Erdogan was seen as vulnerable as Turks suffer because of the economic crisis, and a wave of criticism has hit his government for its slow initial response to the devastating earthquakes in February. Erdogan supporters, meanwhile, are confident that their leader will consolidate his grip on the country's future on Monday. The easing of election fever is also reflected in the streets. Political flags hung in front of party offices hang languidly in the sun, twisted and tangled after 2 weeks in the open air. Campaign buses with candidates' faces and slogans shouting election songs seem a rarer sight. Party campaign kiosks remain at transport hubs, but the crowds around them have thinned noticeably compared to a fortnight ago. Many parties that contested the parliamentary elections and supported presidential candidates are absent. The campaigns of the two remaining candidates also seemed more subdued after the first vote. Instead of mass open-air rallies with tens or hundreds of thousands of flag-waving supporters, they mostly limited themselves to small public appearances, maintaining a program of broadcast interviews and statements via social media. Commentators still expect a high turnout on Sunday, although probably not the 89% that was achieved in the first round.